This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story. For nearly a year, hospital administrators struggled to reinstate Lucy Letby, a neonatal nurse, to her position at the Countess of Chester Hospital's neonatal unit, despite concerns from doctors that she may have been responsible for the deaths of multiple infants. Letby, 33, is currently on trial at Manchester Crown Court, facing charges of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 10 others between June 2015 and June 2016. In June 2016, Letby was removed from frontline duties after hospital consultants expressed alarm over the unusually high mortality rates in the neonatal unit, which they deemed not medically explicable. Over the next 11 months, the neonatal nurse pursued a grievance procedure against the hospital in an attempt to return to her role in the unit. Consultants eventually agreed to her return only if the hospital installed CCTV cameras throughout the unit. Dr. John Gibbs, a retired physician, testified in court that his colleague, Dr. Stephen Bryan, the lead pediatrician, had repeatedly reported concerns about Letby. The turning point in the case came after 2 triplets, baby O and baby P, died within 24 hours of each other, under circumstances that should not have resulted in their deaths. Dr. Gibbs recalled feeling uneasy when he entered the unit on June 23, 2016, and found baby O dying after an unexplained collapse. He had grown increasingly worried about the unusual collapses occurring in the unit and Letby's involvement in each incident. Dr. Gibbs described these collapses as unique events that he had never witnessed before in his career. He emphasized that while medicine is not an exact science, the repeated occurrences of unexplained deaths in the unit could not be chalked up to coincidence or bad luck. There had to be a cause. This concern grew over time as the pattern of unexpected incidents persisted. Dr. Bryan, the lead clinician in the unit, was responsible for reviewing baby deaths and adverse outcomes. He was aware that his colleague, Dr. Gibbs, had raised the issue of Letby's presence multiple times, and that these concerns had been forwarded to the hospital's risk management team, the director of nursing, and the medical director at the Countess of Chester Hospital. Dr. Gibbs recounted that after the tragic deaths of baby P and baby O, safety measures were finally introduced, including the removal of Letby from the unit. However, for the next 11 months, the consultants had to firmly resist numerous attempts by management to reinstate Letby. When questioned about the length of time it took for the consultants to request CCTV, Dr. Gibbs stated that such a request was unprecedented and unheard of in his experience. He also mentioned that Letby had pursued a grievance procedure against the hospital after being removed from the unit. The consultants eventually realized that something was terribly wrong in their neonatal unit. They discussed every death and collapse that occurred after June 2015 and identified a common factor: Lucy Letby. Dr. Gibbs rejected the defense's claim that he and his colleagues had become heavily biased against Letby. He further revealed that senior managers were extremely resistant to involving the police for a period of 11 months, despite the consultants' insistence. The pediatrician admitted that they were unsure at what point they should have gone to the police, but emphasized their duty to ensure the safety of the babies. Dr. Bryan testified about the horrific nature of the day when baby O and baby P died, describing the trauma visible on the faces of the staff involved. He stated that a 33-week gestation baby would typically have a survival rate of over 99% at birth. He highlighted the association with Letby in the deaths of baby O and baby P, both of which occurred near the start of a day's shift, as well as in the collapses of baby N and twins baby L and baby M. During the trial, defense attorney Philip Asbury questioned Dr. Breary about the collapses occurring during day shifts. At this point, Ben Myers, another defense attorney, interjected, stating that Dr. Breary's testimony seemed to be expanding beyond the scope of the question asked. While not lodging a formal objection, he suggested that the pediatrician's evidence appeared to follow a pattern in which medical witnesses were providing more information than necessary. The trial judge, Mr. Justice Goss, decided that the point Dr. Breary was heading towards could be addressed by other witnesses. Mr. Asbury then informed Dr. Breary that he had no further questions for him. Lucy Letby, originally from Hereford, denies all charges against her, including the murder of 7 babies and the attempted murder of 10 others. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story.